Hi, this is Peter Dites the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing your daily tarot reading here for the 7th of January 2019. So that's the 7th of January 2019. So let's see what we get here for you. Okay. So I'm here being drawn to sort of focusing on your career, look at maybe self-employment ideas if you're thinking about setting your own business up, or even just generally kind of building your life up, because this is about building things up here and putting things in place for yourself, and also any financial matters as well, because it's also connected with contracts, this card is. But here, it's like we've got a good solid now base to build upon things. And I just feel as though now you've got to really start sort of building upon what you're doing. You've got a solid base to start from. So it's all about planning for the future now and looking forward with knowing you've got a solid format to build upon. So in other words, you're okay where you're at. You're good and solid, but now you maybe want to do a bit more or achieve a bit more, and that's good. And also, as well, I'm being drawn to that with property. We could be looking at buying a house or renting a house, and we've got the contract sitting next to you and we've got a sign to go and get that property. And also maybe what's going within the house as well, could be looking at a bit of decorating or something. Also connected with weddings and celebrations. And talking about weddings, here's the Hierophant, which is excuse me, no ticklish cough. Here we are, we've got the Hierophant connected with all things religious. And, you know, so this is your marriage card as well, which is what I've just followed from. And also, this is about doing things right, seeking advice, but you've got to play by the rules. So, yeah, and maybe some of you may be thinking about religious things. So, again, wedding ceremonies, christenings, birthdays, you know, well, not birthdays so much, anniversaries, because you're remembering your marriage. Very interesting. And then here we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, if we're looking at a female energy, she's quite strong. She's got a kind of strong energy about her, not frightened to speak in her mind, very driven, very ambitious. And so, yeah, so maybe you are that person, or you could be connecting with a woman like that. But you could also generally look at it for yourself, if you're a male energy, that you can start to be a bit fired up, making things happen. And then here we've got the Emperor, not the Emperor, sorry, the Magician. So here now, it's like we've got everything on the table. We've got cups for, you know, emotions, coins for money, swords for making decisions, wands for putting things into action. It's like we've got all the tools on the table now to pick up and do something with our lives. So it's like it's there, we feel empowered. Also as well, he can be the teacher. So it's like you may want to think about doing something to do with teaching, or maybe you're going to learn new skills to help you to move forward. But some of you are feeling a little bit down. You could be feeling a bit down with things, and you also may be looking at this year that we're coming to an end of a cycle and you're trying to gear yourself up. But also some of you are going to be suffering with a little bit of backache. So overall, I don't think that's too negative. I'm not really worried about that Ten of Swords. I feel like we all know we're going through changes now, and this is what it's saying. And if you've been going through a difficult time, you know, the daylight's breaking through, because if you can look at that, you see the darkness, but below the daylight's breaking through. So in other words, once you've got to the end of all the negativity, there's only one way up, isn't there? You can't go any further down. Well, we hope we can't. But to me, that's hitting like rock bottom and then reaching, you know, for the sunlight and sort of moving forward. And then I feel like as you do that, you're onwards and upwards. Right, you've got to tap into your strengths now and be strong-willed, stubborn and tenacious now to get the things you want in life. Then as you do that, it's celebrations. All good things are coming together. And then here, it's like sometimes you can come out as the person of balance. In other words, sometimes you like to know where everything is, where everything's going, and getting it in boxes, which is great. But I feel like you've got to come out your comfort zone now. But also, if we look at that as a natural legal situation, again, we're looking at property before, you know, you've got to sign legal documents. But anything now that you're worrying about, it says here, your fears are unfounded. So there is absolutely nothing to be worrying about. So to me, it's really all looking good. So yeah, so I just feel so now we've just got to stay focused and push those ideas forward, focus on our homes, focus on our lives, focus on our careers, build everything up around you. Don't let anybody sort of come between you, holding you back now. And I feel as though this is what it's all about. But I just feel as though it's looking pretty positive. But I just feel as though we'll have our fears. We all have our fears, but we've just got to get behind them, haven't we? So if I just sort of pick a number for a time frame for things to come together on these choices, number 6. So 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months of the month June. And then let's have a look at your angels. I just picked one at the top then, really, but I put it back because, not that I was cheating, I thought I haven't shuffled them. I like to shuffle them, or to split the pack. Right, do reward yourself. It's like sometimes you're giving a lot of yourself, so go and treat yourself, pamper yourself, do something now that's going to lift you up and make you feel good about you. So then I feel so as you bring all this together, I feel so we really are onwards and upwards and things are looking good. So yes, so if I just pull some of these cards out and just spread them sort of individually and I link them all together. Yeah, so I definitely feel drawn to things to do with property, your home, tidying things up, or maybe sorting finances out. In fact, you know, that's something that's going on for us this week. We're having a mortgage advisor coming around today, and we're sorting money out, because we've all got to sort money out, and we all want to know what we're doing and where we're going, where we're at. So that makes sense even for me. So yeah. And I feel when this advice comes, I just feel as though we've got to listen to it. But when the advice comes, whatever we're looking for, it's celebrations. It's like it's good advice. So hopefully that means that for me as well, you know, that I'm going to get good news from the advice that I'm seeking this week. And that's what we all want. But it just feels that we'll have to sign some documents to make sure it all goes according to plan. But we haven't got to fear anything now. We've just got to go for it now. And I feel so we'll be absolutely fine. So I feel so in 3 days, everything should be coming together. And I feel so it will make sense in 3 days as well. Although I did say 6, I'm drawn to the also 3 days as well. Perhaps sorting money out a little bit. And it's funny, I was just thinking, when's my advisor coming then? And he's coming on Wednesday. It's 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 3rd day of the week. Funny that. So, yeah, I just feel as though it's good. But just keep an eye on your health a little bit. Some of you can be quite health conscientious, sorting yourselves out a little bit. And I feel as though that's good. But I just feel as though don't overdo it, but don't underdo it neither. It's like, in other words, you've got to enjoy what you're doing. It'll work for you. But if you start pressurising yourself, then it's not going to work and materialise. So that's the way you've got to look at it. But other than that, I feel like you're absolutely fine. So onwards and upwards. So hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to put that up now for you for today. And we'll get the next few videos done for you. Thank you.